Well, there's differing thoughts on that. A lot of people think that if Daryl Sutter was going to be fired at all, he would have been fired after last year. Now, whether they move him out, whether they move him up, whether they move him sideways, whether they move him down to China, I have no idea if things don't go well. But with Jay Feaster coming in, I don't think Jay was brought in specifically just to, to bring a little sunshine into everybody's life. I think he's there for a reason, and he's a guy that's going to be the next general manager of the team. Whether that's sooner or later will probably be dependent a lot on how this team plays this year. I don't know whether the first 2 months will tell you, but another year of no playoffs at the max on the salary cap, and they've got to start looking at some moves.
Yeah, I think it's very similar to the game plan up in Edmonton. Kevin Lowe became the president. Kevin Lowe is, he's, or whatever his title is of hockey operations.
He's figurehead.
He's the figurehead, and he's at the very top. Yeah. But I mean, I don't think Jay Feaster's just here to smile and make the media not a little bit happier. I don't think that's why he's here at all. So, but yes, yeah, absolutely. But I think that obviously Daryl will eventually move upstairs. That appears to be the harbinger. That's the signs are all there.
And this is really kind of Daryl's last team, because Feaster made a point when it was brought up to him about the Jokinen signing and getting Alex back, whether this was his deal, and he said no, it was Daryl's. So really, this is the last hurrah for a Daryl Sutter team. It really is. I mean, these are the guys that he brought in, and a lot of this team looks like the same team that was in 2004, which is kind of scary. But this is the last shot for a Daryl Sutter developed hockey team, I think, in this city. And if it doesn't work, then we're going to see a Jay Feaster trademark on it pretty quick.
Well, in a perfect world, they've got defensive depth. So in a perfect world, they would trade one of those defensemen. I mean, Ian White and Mark Giordano are both pending free agents. I don't think both of them are going to sign here. I really don't. So if you know a guy might be going, both have said they want to sign here, but you could possibly move someone. Robin McGeer is a name that comes up. You could make a move on the back end. The question is there a trade partner out there for him? And right now, I don't know. I really don't.
And the question is with Giordano is, I mean, he had a great year last year, and he's making $850, which by NHL standards is, going to Walmart and being able to shop for everything for 50 cents or something. I mean, it really is a great bargain. But is he going to have another year like he did last year? Another strong year from him this year will at least allow them to make a decision on whether we want to bump this guy up to $3.5–4 million, or we want to turn around and spin him. And I think Vicky's right. There's only one place to deal from, and that's the back end. Bouwmeester makes too much money to deal him. White's coming up, and he may have some value. Reguer certainly has value. And they're going to have to make a decision on that if they want to. If that's a direction that they want to go, and they want to add some firepower up front, they're going to have to subtract to add. There's no question about that.
What's the mood been like here? Because it was a pretty gloomy place.
It's better.
Yeah, I think it's better. I mean, there's more laughing. The guys are communicating better out on the ice. You can hear them talking during the games. Yeah. I see a big improvement. I think that's a huge part of the problem around here last year. I mean, it was, any workplace, it doesn't matter if it's a factory, a school, an office. If you go to work every day and everybody's miserable and they don't like each other, or even if they do like each other, if it's just all tense and pressure all the time, how do you perform under that? And other teams would come into town and we'd go into their locker rooms or go out and watch their practices, and guys would be laughing and joking and all business. No, like the Flames, it wasn't like that. And so I think that's a huge thing. And they did do a review. They really did, of the organization from top to bottom. And I think that that's one of those things that came out of the review. Let's smile, have some fun, and relax a little.
The review wasn't just smoke and mirrors?
Well, it doesn't look like. I mean, I was talking to Brent today, and that's the one thing he said. He said you can't come to work, and as Vicky said, with 10,000 pounds in your back every day. I mean, it's a business and it's a game, and you're going to lose some games, but not everything is life and death, and you can take positives out of anything. So, agreed. I mean, I've been doing this team since 1984, and I've never seen the last 2 or 3 years. Holy moly! I mean, it was like a funeral march every day coming in here. No one wanted to come in here. The players didn't want to come in here. We didn't want to come in here. I'm sure that half the office staff didn't want to come in here, and it was kind of like waiting to see, when something bad was going to happen, or when Daryl Sutter was going to come in and see what kind of mood he was in. Well, that's sort of been eliminated now, and what we have is a far more, not friendly, but a better work environment, I think, for everybody. And I think, you know, if they don't hate us quite as much as they used to, that's good for them, that's good for us, and you know what? They're not such bad guys, and maybe we're not such bad guys either.